like a puppet on a string, between my thighs and burned. The searing sensation of his touch sent an uncontrollable shiver through me. I found out I was pregnant with twins. That same day, I was about to tell my husband when I overheard him talking to his father in the next room.
I don't have feelings for Vivienne. I'm not gonna have kids with her. I only married her because you and Mom approved of her.
I kept the pregnancy to myself. Then I handed him divorce papers and left the country alone. He assumed our arrangement had simply run its course. He didn't try to stop me. 4 years later, I came home to New York with the twins to visit my grandfather, who had fallen seriously ill. An old friend of Cassian's named Quinn spotted me the moment I arrived at the hospital. Cassian had spent 4 years trying to track me down. Quinn called him. Cassian was in the middle of a board meeting.
Vivienne is back in New York. She's visiting old Mr. Morgan.
He ended it on the spot and left.
Old Mr. Morgan.
I gave the front desk my grandfather's name and found the room without any trouble. He knocked. A warm voice came from inside. Cassian's heart was pounding. "Come in." I thought it was a nurse. I wasn't expecting the man who walked through that door. My lips parted. How is he here? It had been 4 years. He looked exactly the same. Cassian smiled and walked in.
Mr. Morgan, I heard you weren't feeling well. I came as soon as I could.
He looked at Cassian warmly.
Cassian, good of you to come. Sit down, sit down.
There was only one sofa in the room. I was already sitting on one side. He turned his head and looked at me with an easy smile.
Viv, it's been a while.
I pressed my palm against my knee and managed a small smile. Yeah, it has. Cassian kept
Perhaps not,
talking with
Cassian.
my grandfather,
You were
but his
bad.
eyes kept drifting back to me. My grandfather watched him carefully. After about 40 minutes, Cassian stood to leave. My grandfather looked at me.
Viv, walk Castle down, would you?
I didn't want to, but I walked out with him anyway. We moved down the corridor side by side.
These past few years, have you been okay?
Pretty good. You? He smiled.
Same as always.
That wasn't true. It took him a few months after the divorce to understand how much he loves me. By then, I was already gone. He'd spent every day thinking about me. I stood on the sidewalk with a polite smile as Cassian opened the car door.
Thank you for coming to see my grandfather today. It means a lot.
Don't mention it. If you ever need anything, call me, even just as a friend.
I nodded and turned back toward the hospital entrance. That is when Sebastian came through a side door with the kids, my son and daughter, both of them toddling toward me on short legs. I scooped one up in each arm and kept walking. Cassian's car hadn't moved. He leaned forward, the window tint clearing, and saw a man, 2 small children, all 3 of them gravitating straight to me. Something in his chest tore open.
Office.
The car pulled away. He stayed at the office until almost 9. Work was the only thing that kept the images at bay. But the moment he closed his eyes that night, the scene outside the hospital replayed on a loop. She'd moved on, married someone else, built something real. She used to be my wife and I didn't take care of what I had. The desk lamp burned all night. By the time morning light filtered through the curtains, he hadn't slept. He pressed his fingers to his temples, got up, showered, drank 2 large black coffees, and went back to work. 2 weeks later, Grandpa was cleared to leave the hospital. My brother Alex and I arrived early that morning to bring him home. The car pulled through the gate of the Morgan estate and into the drive. Before it had fully stopped, the twins came running. He took one hand in each of his and beamed.
There are my 2. Did you miss me?
Yes, great-grandpad.
The house had always been quiet, just the housekeeper and the staff. Now there were children's shoes by the door and crayon drawings on the hall table, and the rooms felt warmer than they had in years. That evening, after I got both kids down, I slipped out of their room. The housekeeper was waiting in the hallway.
Miss Whitfield, your grandfather is asking for you in the study.
I'll be right there. When I reached the second-floor study, I found Grandpa and Alex already seated at the table by the window, just several folders spread across the surface.
Vivienne, What happened?
Henderson said you called me in a hurry.
Well, looks like there was a misunderstanding. My dear, sit down. You look terrified.
I greeted them both and settled into an empty chair.
Alex, Vivienne. I asked Henderson to bring you both up because I have something to say. Your mother was my only child. That makes you my only heirs. After this illness, I know I'm not what I was. You'll need to take responsibility for the family's business. Both of you.
My chest tightened, watching him in the lamplight, silver-haired, a little thinner than before.
Grandpa, I'm still at Helios Corp.
Helios Corp was our father's company. Our father had built it from nothing. And for the past 5 or 6 years, Alex had worked there as a junior sales rep. Our father's explicit instruction.
You'll run the company one day. You can't run something you don't understand from the ground up.
So Alex stayed, year after year. His performance didn't matter. His father never mentioned a promotion.
Alex, why do you still have any illusions about that man? If he had plans for you, he wouldn't keep you in the same entry-level role for 6 years. My own grandson, working as a glorified junior for half a decade. Does that make any sense to you?
Grandpa, if I walk out now, won't those years be wasted?
I understood both sides. Our father hadn't moved Alex despite having every opportunity to do so. That said enough about his intentions. But Alex wasn't wrong either. Their father was aging. Alex was still his only son and heir.
I don't know what he's thinking. Vivienne is a daughter. I understand he's biased. But you are his only son.
Alex said nothing. None of us knew what our father was planning. Whatever it was, he seemed to be holding even his own son at arm's length.
Viv, you've been back in New York a little while now. What are you thinking?
Get the kids enrolled first. Then whatever you need from me, Grandpa.
You spent the last few years abroad in gemology and jewelry design. You built a solid client base and private commissions over there. You know the industry well. I'd like you to take over Heron Jewelers.
I kept my voice easy.
Should I start at the bottom first?
He laughed.
Neat, I trust you completely. Even if you run the whole thing into the ground, consider it practice.
Something warm moved through me.
I'll give it everything I have.
When we'd finished talking about me, Grandpa looked back at Alex.
You're the Whitfield heir, but you're also mine. I'm still on my feet. I can carry this for a few more years. After that, I can't say.
Alex said quietly.
Give me 1 year, Grandpa. Whether or not I end up with Dad's company, I'll step into Morgan Housings within a year. You'll be able to rest.
Grandpa finally nodded.
Good. 1 year. It's late.
The three of us said goodnight. Good night, Grandpa. The penthouse on the 23rd floor of Riverside Tower. I hadn't been back in years. I'd kept the access code but expected the biometric registry to have purged me long ago. I said my name. Vivienne Whitfield. Then the voice print prompt, a soft tone, waiting, a half-second pause. The lock released. The real estate agent stepped in behind me. He looked around.
Everything's been kept clean. You'd never know the place had been empty.
I was still working that out when Mrs. Miller came in from the balcony holding a watering can. Her face opened into a bright smile.
Mrs. Sterling, you're back.
I winced.
Mrs. Miller, we've been divorced. That isn't really appropriate anymore.
She flushed.
I'm so sorry, Miss Whitfield. Old habit.
It's fine. But why are you here? I settled your wages the day I moved out.
Mr. Sterling hired me to keep the place, so it would be ready whenever you came back.
Something complicated moved through me. Cassian had never paid attention to things like this when we were married. And now, years after the divorce, he'd quietly arranged it all. If I said I felt nothing for Cassian, that would be a lie. But I'd heard it from his own mouth.
I don't have feelings for Vivienne. I'm not gonna have kids with her.
Whatever small thing had been growing in me back then, it died the moment those words did. The agent interrupted my thoughts.
Miss Whitfield, is it all right if I take some photos? Of course, go ahead.
You're selling?
It's just sitting here. Better to free up the capital.
I read her expression without difficulty.
Mrs. Miller, if nothing else comes up for you, would you consider coming to work at the Morgan House?
She said immediately.
I would love that.
One condition. You cut contact with Cassiel. Completely.
She tapped the slim band on her wrist without hesitation and swept it away in front of me. The agent finished his photos. I left with Mrs. Miller. When Mrs. Miller saw the twins back at the Morgan house, she understood immediately why I had insisted. She stared at the two of them, both unmistakably carrying Cassian Sterling's features. The boy especially. His eyes, his nose, the set of his jaw. She'd watched me go through morning sickness right before the divorce. There was no question in her mind.
Mrs. Miller, these two are your main responsibilities from now on. Go there.
I introduced her to the kids. Mrs. Miller had worked as a nanny and infant caregiver for years, and it showed. Warm, patient, instinctively good with them. By the next morning, she was out in the garden with both of them on her own. I breathed out. That was one thing settled. Next, find a preschool and start preparing to take over Harrow Jewelers. A few weeks later, the whole household was gathered around the long dining table at lunch when the housekeeper came over quietly.
Miss Whitfield, we've had several calls.
And held out the house comm panel. I thanked him, stepped away from the table, and answered.
Miss Whitfield, this is Selena from Northbridge Realty.
Hi, Selena. What's going on?
Someone came to view your listing this morning. They've already put down a deposit. I wanted to check your schedule for signing the transfer paperwork.
The apartment was listed at $18 million. It had been on the market for 1 day.
Already?
I said. Selena laughed.
I was surprised too. He just had a quick look around and
Pulled out his card.
Is he local? Sounds like it from his accent, but I didn't recognize him. Maybe I'm just bad with faces. I'll go there this afternoon.
I didn't push further. I walked into the Northbridge Realty office. The buyer's face was familiar in a way I couldn't immediately place. I hadn't been to Cassian's company. I'd only crossed paths with this man once, at a formal dinner. I didn't know he was Cassian's executive assistant.
Miss Whitfield, this is Mr. Joe.
Miss Whitfield, good to meet you.